It's hard to truly imagine reaching 100 years old, isn't it? An age that feels almost mythical, a milestone most of us only dream of. But for a remarkable group of Americans, crossing that century mark has transformed their lives into something far richer and deeper than mere survival. You might think they planned every step, every healthy choice, but the truth is, they didn't expect to live this long. Yet here they are, these incredible individuals, 101, 102, even 107 years old, still vibrant, still smiling, still sharing their wisdom. They offer us lessons that no textbook or podcast could ever convey, insights gleaned from a century of lived experience. Their longevity wasn't a calculated plan. It was a life lived, day by day, with an unwavering spirit. When asked about reaching such an extraordinary age, their responses are often filled with humor and a touch of disbelief. Eleanor, a radiant 107-year-old, chuckled softly and told us, "I feel like $1 million. I don't feel 107, maybe 80 at most." Imagine that feeling. A century of life, yet a spirit that remains youthful and full of zest. George, another centenarian, offered his own take with a wry smile. "I don't know what keeps me going. Maybe something corny called positive thinking." For these extraordinary souls, longevity wasn't some grand strategy. It was simply lived one day at a time, infused with humor, immense gratitude, and a stubborn, beautiful persistence. These remarkable individuals were born into a world vastly different from our own. A world without the constant buzz of cell phones, where cars weren't a given for every household, and supermarkets weren't on every corner. You can only imagine the profound changes they've witnessed firsthand. Many of them grew up during the harrowing years of the Great Depression. This wasn't a time of comfort or convenience. It was a period where survival demanded ingenuity, resilience, and an incredible sense of community. You learn to make do, to be resourceful, when resources are scarce and hope is a precious commodity. Eleanor vividly recalls her youth, dancing for soldiers during World War II. "We were employed by the government to keep their spirits up," she shared with a glimmer of pride in her eyes. It speaks volumes about their spirit, contributing in whatever way they could during a time of global conflict and uncertainty. Ruth, another incredible centenarian, once harbored dreams of becoming an English teacher. Yet, life led her to a different, equally fulfilling path, working with children in her small church, teaching Bible lessons every summer. Her true calling found her in service and community, nurturing young minds with kindness. They came of age during a time when societal expectations for women were often rigid, primarily to stay home and raise children. But history, as it often does, had other plans. World War II fundamentally reshaped these expectations, creating new opportunities and recognizing women for their capabilities beyond traditional roles. George still vividly recounts the day he enlisted in the Navy after Pearl Harbor was bombed. As a Jewish man, the rise of Hitler's power filled him with a profound fear for the world. "We felt it deeply," he remembered. "I lost relatives in that war. It changed everything." The weight of history was deeply personal for them. When the war finally concluded, George initially wanted to remain in the Navy. But his wife, Betty, gentle and steady, asked him to come home. And he did. He chose to build a life with her, becoming a dentist. "I truly loved what I did," he smiled. "It wasn't fame or fortune, but I felt useful every single day." For others, like Margaret, life unfolded in unexpected ways. Her journey took her from a hospital office to the dynamic world of real estate, and eventually to the man who would become her husband. Their story began simply on a sunny afternoon when he invited her to play miniature golf. "That's how I met him," she recalled with a warm smile. "And I knew from that day we'd be together for life." These early experiences, the challenges, the choices, and the chance encounters, forged the strength and character that would carry them through a century. If there's one resounding theme that echoes through every single story of these centenarians, it is love. Not the fleeting, passionate kind you often see in movies, but a profound, steady, unwavering love that gracefully carries you through decades, through thick and thin, weathering every storm. Margaret's advice on love is wonderfully simple, yet incredibly profound. Love isn't just about passion, it's about like-mindedness. You agree, you support, you forgive. That's love. It speaks to the practical, enduring nature of a partnership built on mutual respect and shared values. A true foundation. Ruth adds another layer of wisdom, explaining, love gives meaning to everything else. Work, family, even hardship. You realize that love, in their eyes, isn't just an emotion. It's the very foundation upon which a meaningful life is built, making every challenge worthwhile and every joy more vibrant. For these incredible centenarians, love wasn't measured in grand gestures or expensive gifts. It was found in the quiet, daily companionship, the morning coffee shared in comfortable silence, the unwavering loyalty offered through every loss, every change, every passing year. You can see it in their eyes, a deep, knowing bond. But longevity, as you can imagine, also comes with a heavy, often painful price. George, with a sigh, shared this poignant truth. At 100, time sometimes hangs heavy. Most of my friends are gone. My wife passed away 20 years ago. She should be here beside me. Helen, who shared an astonishing 85 years of marriage with her husband, still speaks of him as if he just left for work yesterday. You can feel the enduring presence of his memory in her voice. She's also endured the unimaginable pain of losing 2 sons, both in their 80s. I'm shocked that I'm still here, she admitted softly. I thought I'd go first. Each step, each breath, for these centenarians, now feels like borrowed time. It's a profound realization of life's delicate balance and the relentless march of time, a humbling perspective. Yet, despite the immense grief, they continue to move forward. Not out of denial, but from a deep understanding that many of us often forget. Life, in its persistent way, truly does go on. You learn to carry your losses while still embracing what remains, finding strength in continuity. George articulated this wisdom beautifully. If I sat and grieved all day, I'd fade away. Instead, I do what I love. That's the only answer. It's a powerful testament to finding purpose and joy, even in the shadow of profound loss. If you ask them what has changed most dramatically over a century, their answer is almost always unanimous. The internet. It's a phenomenon they marvel at, sometimes laugh at, and occasionally even fear. You can understand why, given their lifetime of experiences. Everyone's walking around staring at their phones, Ruth observed, a hint of amusement in her voice. We don't know what to do with those things. It's a stark contrast to the world they grew up in, where communication was face-to-face or through handwritten letters. A truly different way of connecting. Yet, some, like Margaret, have embraced this new digital frontier. Technology can be beautiful, she reflected. It connects us. It helps us stay curious. But it must be used kindly. Her perspective shows an openness to change, a willingness to adapt, and a mindful approach to innovation. For these centenarians, the internet stands as both a miracle and a mystery. It's a powerful reminder of how far humanity has progressed, and simultaneously, how fragile genuine human connection can sometimes be in this fast-paced digital age. It's a balance we all strive to find. When you ask them the secret to reaching 100, their answers are refreshingly simple, devoid of any elaborate fads or complex regimens. I've never smoked or drank to excess, Eleanor stated matter-of-factly, and I walk every single day. Consistency, you see, is key. George, even at his age, still pedals his exercise bike for 15 minutes each morning. The muscles aren't what they used to be, he admitted with a grin, but they still work. It's about consistency, about listening to your body and maintaining what you can, celebrating every small victory. Helen, now 103, swears by her balanced diet. Eat properly, stay light, avoid too much bacon, she laughed. offering a practical, relatable piece of advice you can easily incorporate. Their secrets aren't about fancy supplements or magic genes. They're about routine, discipline, and finding joy in movement. Don't let the old man in, George wisely advised. If you think young, you act young. This powerful mantra encapsulates their philosophy. Age is often as much a state of mind as it is a physical reality. You have the power to influence how you feel and how you engage with the world. Beyond physical activity, these centenarians emphasize the crucial role of keeping their minds sharp and their spirits engaged. Games, puzzles, and vibrant friendships are their antidotes to mental stagnation. Helen, for instance, absolutely loves her card games, a wonderful way to connect and challenge yourself. Margaret cherishes her younger friends, people in their 60s, 70s, even 90s, each bringing their own unique stories and laughter into her life. They understand that staying socially alive is just as vital as staying physically strong. You need that human connection, that exchange of energy and perspective. Different generations teach you different things, Margaret explained. That's what keeps life interesting. This open-mindedness, this eagerness to learn from every age group, is a hallmark of their enduring curiosity and adaptability. It shows you the richness that diverse connections bring. When it comes to money, their advice is refreshingly honest and grounded in a lifetime of experience. "Buy land," George said with a laugh, acknowledging, "Even though I never did." A timeless piece of wisdom, perhaps, from a different era, but still echoing a desire for security. Others suggest patience, long-term investing, and the enduring wisdom of living below your means. "Watch the pennies," Eleanor advised. "When you need dollars, they'll be there." It's not about getting rich quickly, but about steady, sensible stewardship, building a foundation of security over time. This isn't wisdom gleaned from textbooks or financial gurus. It's wisdom earned through a lifetime of economic ups and downs, market crashes, and quiet, steadfast perseverance. You learn what truly matters when you've seen it all and navigated through every challenge. When all is said and done, their incredible longevity isn't solely about diet or genetics. It's fundamentally about mindset. They believe deeply in the power of family, the profound impact of kindness, and the simple principle of giving more than you take. "If you're nice to people, it comes back to you," Ruth shared. "That's why I think I'm still here." They've learned not to dwell on the negative, not to complain, to help others whenever they can, and to find pure joy in the smallest moments: a morning walk, a good conversation, a call from a grandchild. "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you," George reminded us. It's the oldest rule, and it works. This timeless wisdom, lived out over a century, is perhaps the most profound lesson they offer. A simple, powerful guide for a life well lived. As these centenarians reflect on their incredible lives, one truth shines through above all else. They didn't just live long, they lived well. Their stories are a powerful reminder that health isn't solely physical, and aging isn't something to fear. It's a privilege, a second chance to love more deeply, to forgive more easily, and to appreciate each sunrise as if it were the very first. So, if you still have your parents or grandparents around, please reach out to them, call them, visit them, sit down and ask about their stories, their memories, their wisdom. Because the greatest lessons in life don't come from the internet. They come from the hearts that have lived a century of it. And if these wise souls could leave us with one final unifying thought, it would be this: life goes on, so get up, smile, and do what you love today. Embrace each moment, find your joy, and live your life fully. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Happy Grandpa 69, where every story honors the beauty, wisdom, and courage of growing older with grace.